This tale is one of mystery, power, and rebellion, as well as betrayal, punishment, and resilience. It paints a vivid picture of the challenges Queen Gudit faced and the complex interplay of gender and power during her time. Her legacy is a testament to the complexities of history and the enduring impact of those who dare to challenge the status quo. As we unravel her story, we are reminded of the power of legends and the timeless struggle for identity and authority. Our story begins in the ancient kingdom of Aksum in Ethiopia, a land of towering obelisks and magnificent churches. It was here, in the 10th century, that whispers of a formidable queen named Gudit began to spread. Despite the mystery surrounding her origins, Gudit's impact was undeniable. Some legends claim she was a Jewish queen, while others suggested she practiced a pagan Hebraic faith. What is certain is that she led a rebellion that would change the course of history. In the chronicles of Ethiopia and oral traditions, Gudit is described as a legendary figure known by many names: Judith, Yodit, and in Amharic, Asato, meaning fire. She emerged as a powerful leader, challenging the male-dominated hierarchy of Aksum. Gudit was said to have raised an army, overthrown the Aksumite dynasty, and destroyed its Christian strongholds. Her actions were seen as both a rebellion and a significant shift in the social and political landscape of Ethiopia. Gudit's origins are shrouded in mystery. Some believed she was the daughter of an Aksumite emperor, while others thought she was related to the kingdom of Damat. Her faith was equally debated. Was she a Jewess, a convert, or did she follow an indigenous faith? Amidst the swirling tales of Queen Gudit, a particularly striking story unfolds, revealing the intricate dance of power, faith, and personal strife. Gudit arrives in Aksum as a prostitute seeking a livelihood. A young priest, enchanted by Gudit's presence, falls in love with her. Despite his vows, he approached her with the request to sleep with her. Gudit, aware of her royal lineage and the priest's sacred position, initially refused his advances, stating that the line between the church and the royal blood should not be crossed. But the young priest was persistent and declared that the state and church were equals. Gudit then demanded a golden veil and a pair of golden shoes in exchange for an act that would lead to a series of dramatic events. In a moment of folly, he promised to fulfill Gudit's desire for a golden veil and a pair of golden shoes, symbols of royal authority. To honor his promise, the priest stole into the treasury of Zion, tearing a piece of the sacred gold curtain to craft these desired items. The theft could not remain hidden for long. As the torn curtain was discovered, an investigation followed, led by the elders and learned men of Aksum. They gathered to judge the matter, and while the young priest, barely 20 years old, claimed innocence due to his youth and naivety, the blame fell heavily upon Gudit. The elders, wielding the combined authority of the church and state, deemed her guilty of corrupting the priest and desecrating the sacred. The elders judged Gudit, blaming her for tempting the priest and holding her responsible for the sacrilege. Her punishment was severe and brutal. Her right breast was cut off, a cruel act meant to strip her of her femininity and royal dignity. Exiled from the land and cast out to the Red Sea shores, Gudit faced humiliation and loss. However, this was not the end of her tale. In exile, she encountered Xenobes, a prince from the distant lands of Sham, Syria. He saw her not as a disgraced exile but as a woman wronged. Xenobes healed her wounds and, in time, married her. Through this union, Gudit embraced Judaism, aligning with her husband's faith. With her spirit unbroken and her resolve hardened, she set her sights on returning to Ethiopia to claim vengeance against those who had wronged her. Gudit sought revenge against her enemies in Ethiopia, but Xenobes hesitated due to the Aksumite emperor's power. Disguised spies brought news that Emperor Dagnajan of Aksum had died in the desert. Seizing the moment, Gudit and Xenobes gathered an army and set sail for Ethiopia. Gudit's return was marked by destruction. She was unstoppable. She invaded Aksum, burning palaces and churches, toppling Stelaean monuments, and directly challenging the Christian faith. Her reign was a tumultuous period, defined by her military prowess and the fear she instilled in her enemies. Yet, she also symbolized a shift in power dynamics, defying the established order. Despite her reputation for destruction, Gudit's story is also one of empowerment. She challenged the patriarchal system and became a symbol of resistance for women. Her actions, though controversial, played a role in the transition to the Zagwe dynasty, reshaping the Ethiopian political landscape. To this day, Queen Gudit remains an enigmatic figure in Ethiopian history. Whether viewed as a villain or a heroine, her story continues to captivate and inspire. For some, she is a symbol of feminine strength. while for others, she represents a dark period of rebellion and upheaval.